Hello again. I figured that today I could try my hand at doing another tag. This one being the Greek Mythology tag. Um, so I figured we could just get right into it. This one was started by Erin the Book Nut. So let's get to it. First up, Zeus the King Sky God. Your favorite book. This is pretty much impossible for me to choose a favorite book. I have way too many that I consider my favorite. Offhand, I could just name, Christmas Carol, the Anne of Green Gables series, Harry Potter series, basically anything that Meg Cabot or Roald Dahl have ever written. Poirot and Miss Marple and about 5 million other books, The Shining. There's too many for me to name. So we'll just leave it at that. It's just like a whole bunch of books. Next up is Poseidon, a book that drowned you in feels. I would have to say, I think the book that really drowned me in feels, and I didn't mind it, was probably Love Letters to the Dead, by Ava DeLera. That book hit me real hard on a couple of different levels. First of all, because it is so sad, and it deals with a couple of rough topics, but also on another level that of almost regret, I guess. I have been lucky enough within the past couple of years through marriage, to have gained a younger brother and sister, who I care about very much, and that's wonderful. But there's still a part of me that doesn't know what it's like to grow up with siblings and to have like an older brother or sister to look up to and everything. So that series kind of also hit me hard in a way, because while it was very rough to read about the sense of loss that the main character had, from the death of her older sister, it also left me kind of really sad that I would not know the depth of that particular love and relationship, just because I hadn't grown up with an older sibling. So it's rough. Hades, god of the underworld. What is your favorite dark book? I guess if we're going to dark places, I would have to say probably The Shining, in a sense, as that gets pretty dark and grim there for a little bit. So yeah, we'll leave it with The Shining. Hera, the queen goddess of family and marriage. What is the cutest couple you can think of? Cutest couple. Okay, that would probably have to be cutest couple. So I could say most like interesting couple. I wouldn't really call them the cutest, maybe, because they are fiery. I guess maybe the cutest would probably have to be Mia Thermopolis and Michael Moskowitz from the Princess Diaries series. I always thought that they were very cute growing up, and I was pretty devastated when they broke up for a while. In the books, obviously, they're not real. But yeah, we'll go with them. Athena, goddess of wisdom and battle strategy. Who is your favorite intelligent heroine? Um, well, besides Athena herself from like the Odyssey, I guess my favorite intelligent heroine would have to be probably, even though sometimes she makes decisions that I don't totally agree with, I would have to say Claire from the Outlander series. Um, Gaia, the Great Mother. Favorite world building book. Um, World building. Probably Harry Potter. Um, there's no other world that I would love to escape to more than the world of Harry Potter, so we'll say Harry Potter. Aphrodite, goddess of love and beauty. What is a book with the most gorgeous cover? Ooh, I just took like a whole bunch of the dust jackets off of my books. I don't know. I guess. Oof. Okay, so from the books that I have in here, I think the most gorgeous cover I have in here is probably this, A Discovery of Witches by Deborah Harkness. I have not read this yet, but I'm very excited to be reading it soon, hopefully. I was originally going to leave it for the fall, because it seems like maybe it would be a good Halloween read, but I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, this cover is just really pretty. So I think I would name that as my most beautiful cover in this room, anyway. Let's see. Ares, God of War and Battle. What is the most violent book you've read? Ooh. The most violent book I've ever read was. Really have to think about that. What was the most violent book I've ever read? I mean, Zenith by Sasha Alsberg and Lindsay Cummings. That was a little more violent than what I normally read. Well, except for the horror books I read, I guess. Violent, I mean, that would be what I would consider like action-y violent, maybe. Gruesome wise, I guess perhaps Dreamcatcher by Stephen King. That's like gruesome violence. Yeah. Hephaestus, God of Blacksmiths and Flame. What is the hottest book you have ever read? Uh, Outlander. I've read a lot of romance novels, but I have to say I think Outlander's way up there. Artemis, the virgin goddess of the hunt, a heroine who doesn't need a man to save her. God, heroine who doesn't need a man to save her. Let's see. That is a toughie because I don't really. Tiffany Aching. The Tiffany Aching series in general, so starting with the We Free Men, she is a badass. So, Tiffany Aching. Apollo, God of Music, Light, and Healing, a book that is the exception to a genre you don't like. Genre that I don't like. Don't I like? Ooh, there is a big old stink bug on my ceiling. Yay, buddy. A book that is the exception. Let's see. What don't I like? I don't like war books. that really doesn't change. Guess genres I'm really picky about are like sci-fi and fantasy. I'm very picky about what I read in those, but with fantasy, I really love Discworld and I really love Harry Potter. Um, that would be exceptions to that rule. And for sci-fi, I guess it would be Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy and also Stinker from Space. I enjoy those, but they're not really genres I dislike. It's more I'm just extremely picky about the content and how the magic system works and whatnot. So yeah, but that's basically all I can think of. If I don't like a particular genre, I just don't reach for it. So, I mean, any other genre I can think of that I don't really like, I don't read it at all. So, Hermes, God of Messages, Travelers, and Thieves, book that stole your heart. Um, oh, there's a lot of those. I guess book that stole my heart. Well, one that stole it recently would probably be um, the Notebooks of a Middle School Princess series by Meg Cabot. It's a spinoff of the Princess Diaries series. So I would say that's the one that's stolen my heart most recently. It is absolutely adorable. Hestia, Goddess of Hearth and Home, a book that you go back to for comfort. Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. That is the one that I always go back to. Demeter, Goddess of Agriculture and Fertility. Your favorite book setting. Ooh, that one would definitely have to be a tie between the world of Harry Potter and I guess Outlander in general because I really, really, really want to visit Scotland one day, very, very, very badly. Dionysus, God of Wine and Feasting, a book you are most anticipating in the next year. A book that I'm anticipating. For this year in August, I believe um, we are getting the next book in the Nevermore series, Hollowpox. So I'm very much anticipating that. I'm also very much anticipating, I think it's called The Many Secret Lives of Addie LaRue or The Many Lives of Addie LaRue. It is B. Schwab's latest book that's coming out, I believe, this year. And I haven't read too much of her writing so far. I've read 3 of her books and I really adore them. So I am looking forward to that one. Um, and I'm also looking forward to the next book in her Ghosts series. Whenever that comes out, I think the next one is coming out like next year. I don't think it's this year. I think it's next year. And if I remember correctly, I believe it's set in New Orleans, but I could be wrong. But I'm very excited for that. Hecate, Goddess of Crossroads and Magic. Your favorite magical read? It's always going to be Harry Potter. Just anytime you ask me, it's always going to be Harry Potter. But I do have to say that A Darker Shade of Magic is also high up on the list now too, because that's fascinating. Nemesis, God of Revenge. Favorite revenge story? Titus Andronicus. Hands down. Just Titus Andronicus. It is gross. I guess that would also be a violent read. It is disgusting. But I love it. It's yeah, I love it. That looks like that is all of the questions. So yeah, that is the Greek mythology tag. Um, hope you all are having a good time. I am now watching someone drive across the grass in front of my house, so that's weird. Alrighty. Well, I hope you guys aren't having weird people drive across your grass. Um, hope you have a good day, guys. Bye.